Wow. I got to follow Walt Barnes. That was pretty awesome. I've been thinking about this evening for a while now. I am truly honored to be a part of this dedication and appreciate those who took the time to nominate me. There's some amazing company in this room. God has definitely been working hard in my life, and Samford University planted some roots that are continuously growing and blossoming. As I reflect on how I got here, I know for a fact that I could never have imagined this honor without my loved ones in this room tonight and the sacrifice it took to achieve my goals. Thank you, Samford University, for providing an environment that was nourishing, safe, and challenging. Thank you to my coaches, Samford staff, my parents, family, friends, and countless others who held my hand through the process. I earned a degree from Samford that I am very proud of. This honor has really made me step back and look at my life and where I am at this present time. This may very well be one of the biggest honors of my life, and I am beyond grateful to God for giving me this special blessing and gift of running. For a while there, post-collegiately, I felt that running defined me, but running has nourished me into the woman I am today. I grew up with a passion for soccer since 4th grade. I ran my parents to the ground with soccer practice on club teams, and then making the varsity soccer team in high school as a freshman. It didn't take long for my Bible teacher, Libby Hauk, at the Wesleyan School in Atlanta to notice my speed on the soccer field. Being a smaller school, Wesleyan wanted athletes involved as much as possible. My sophomore year, I signed up for cross country. A career blossomed ahead of me as I won state respectively my sophomore, junior, and senior years. I had a talent in running that unfolded before me, but I had barely ever run track. My parents were big fans of my soccer, but I know I gave them a run for their money with my running. I remember those days driving a loop, because there was no GPS watches at that time, with my dad to determine the distance, and when 30 miles a week seemed like a lot. But my family has always been my biggest fans, and I thank you again for that. I tell you all of this to prelude into my collegiate career at Samford. Because I didn't run track in high school, I was sought out by some bigger schools. I wasn't sought out by some bigger schools until after I signed early with Samford University. I remember thinking there are a lot of really good soccer players and a few really good runners, so why not sign up? Glenn McWaters, my coach who recruited me to Samford, saw a talent in me and recruited a stellar class of girls from the Atlanta area in those years that made our team one of the best in the Southeast. I would be fibbing if I said I really had any idea what I was getting into. I signed myself up for a full-time job of 3 seasons, cross-country, indoor track, and outdoor track, and had never run track before. I remember those first practices and asking, now how many laps do I need to run today? First year of college is always an adjustment, and I remember spending lots of time in the caf and eating more cookies than I should have. We actually walked here today to this venue. We had a nice escort. I think it was the men's head tennis coach, so thank you for that. And I got to pass those cookies, but luckily I didn't eat one because I have a dessert waiting over there. But I ate more cookies in that caf that first year than I probably should have. I do remember always meeting the team for lunch in the caf and the girls discussing the workouts. I never wanted to even know what the workout entailed because I knew no matter what I was going to have to run that day. After finishing my freshman year, I knew if I wanted to take it to the next level, some habits had to change. My dad got me a trainer that worked on nutrition and strength, and I did nothing but eat, sleep, run, nanny, and repeat that summer. I got in the best shape of my life and learned some better habits that stemmed my career from there. I qualified for NCAA cross country that fall, and then got my first All-American on the track that spring in the 5K. My junior year, I returned once again in even better shape and had a fall at Oak Mountain State Park where I broke my 5th metacarpal and still have a scar to this day to prove it. I'll never forget missing that first meet at Belmont, but then coming back with a splint on my arm and winning Alabama that first cross-country meet of the season. You can run with a broken hand. Noted, Rod. Amidst my surgery, I still went on to qualify for NCAA cross-country champs. In the season to follow, I developed I developed a hip injury that put me into a redshirt year the next year. I was able to return my senior year to qualify for cross-country nationals and get my 2nd All-American on the track that spring. Things were looking back on track. I used my 5th year of eligibility and qualified for NCAA cross-country champs again that year, and finally got my first All-American in cross. Cross-country was tough, and the course in Terre Haute, Indiana was never a joke. Indoor was always fun at the conference level, but was never my focus. So as we got back to outdoor, I think my legs were getting tired. I made it to outdoor track nationals that final year, but I had a bad day and was unable to get the final title that I so wished I had. Post-collegiate, I was so honored to get a coaching job right here at my alma mater, and thank you, Samford University, for giving me that opportunity. With that opportunity, I got to work under Coach Rod Tiffin, our present coach, in a new athletic building Pete Hanna Center had just opened, and a new conference in the Southern Conference. We did some great things that year that then led me to an opportunity coaching at Ole Miss, and there to continue my coaching career in my hometown at Georgia State University in Atlanta, Georgia. Since then, I have managed to stay in the industry working in specialty retail, creating my own private coaching business, coaching high school, and now to my current role in sales where I manage 5 brands that are sold and run specialty stores. I feel so blessed that I've been able to stay surrounded by the sport and give back to the community. While coaching in the Atlanta area, I also managed to run 4 marathons, including Savannah, where I placed 2nd in my first ever marathon. I've also run Albany, Chicago, and the Boston Marathon. While I'm not trying to break any world records, I feel so blessed that running is still a huge part of my lifestyle and a sport that I continuously try to surround myself and give back to when I have the chance. I recently turned 33. I'm a young one in this room, or in this class. So I feel I still have some good miles ahead. But I know one thing for sure, I love myself more when I'm running, and I also love those around me more when I'm running. I am so honored to be the first ever female inducted into the Samford Sports Hall of Fame. I look back at how strong I was in those days, and I really just cannot believe it. I truly hope in my next chapter I can remember to always be that strong of a woman, and hopefully always set that example for many to come. I want to take this opportunity once more to say thank you to Samford University and to my loved ones who made this special trip tonight. To Herb and Betty Winches for being my parents in Birmingham in those years and still great family friends. To my siblings for always reminding me to have a little fun. And to 2 of my closest teammates in the room tonight and current best friends, Jackie Sharp-Rimby and Sarah Altman-Carter, for always having my back in those years and now. Samford and Birmingham will always have a special place in my heart. May God bless you all. This is a special night for me, and I will always hold it dear to my heart. Thank you so much for such a special honor. Congratulations to this first stellar class and for all the hands that had such a blessing on this evening and prepared the food and the lighting and this beautiful building that I first stepped into for the first time today. It is an honor to be a female that was even considered in this class of inductees. I feel so excited to be here and so blessed to stand in front of all of you tonight. Thank you again. Have a great evening.